Yo, Banter fam, sorry for the late delay. Had a bit of issues today. However, I got a nice jam-packed show for you guys today. Let's quickly speak about Bitcoin. Bitcoin did have that short squeeze. We had a small short squeeze, which was from $100,000 to $102,000. Now, the next one we got to prepare for is $102,000 to the $108,000 zone. So I do expect a small rejection from the zone over here. However, what's very exciting here is to see the Bitcoin dominance. Dominance is getting ready to pull down. Okay, and I actually have this nice setup over here where I think we're going to start a strong down momentum move within the Bitcoin dominance. So what you're seeing now is you're seeing the Bitcoin, you're seeing total 3 altcoins. Firstly, it broke the 618, right? Which is a really good sign that this is not a correction. This is showing you that this push at the moment is actually strong. Okay, and because we broke this high level over here, once we break 0.618, it's very likely we go to 1.618. And that's sitting above the all-time highs. And we also know that all-time high break on total 3 is when altcoins really start to accelerate, right? Where things start to move very, very, very quickly to the upside. So today it's very much paying attention to our safer bets, right? Our Solanas, our Thor chains, a lot of these tokens I've been speaking about. However, what I'm doing, okay, my guys finally love again. Yes, but don't worry, I'm going to bring you calls that they're going to be phenomenal, right? There's method behind the madness, right? But what we're doing now is it's time to now start opening up the risk a little bit. Okay, so I have the $800,000 portfolio here, and that's playing a little bit more safe. That's playing very much in the eyes of Solana, Nears, Thor chains, Links, all of these type of tokens, right? Now, what I'm doing secondly is I'm opening up another account with you guys today, okay, and it's a $50,000 account. Now, what this basically means is it's around 5%, okay, of my other portfolio. So it's 800,000. Now I have a 5% portfolio. And this one is very much focused around the gaming and AI narrative. Smaller cap tokens, some of them are larger caps too, okay? But the ultimate goal here is to get the earlier narratives. So what I'm starting to do now is between today and tomorrow, today I'm deploying a $50,000 account. Tomorrow I'm deploying another $30,000 account, okay? And what I'm going to have is 3 accounts running with you guys. The bigger one running the safer plays, the ones running the AI and the AI agents and the new narratives, okay? And these are going to be between Maxi and Gate.io. These are the two exchanges where these tokens are currently. And I'm going to be getting into these and showing you guys how using less of your money and building other portfolios to experiment and to be a part of the new narratives, okay, is a really good play, especially when the market is ready to start exploding, especially on a total 3 breakout to the upside. You're going to get the new tokens start to rise. So today I got some fresh altcoins for you guys. Not only that, I'm trading my money live again, right? I'm not just saying things. I'll have my cash here, showing you guys what I'm deploying into and prepare you guys for the next major rally. Market's looking good, starting to creep up. Dominance is looking in our favor, which is really good. So if you are excited for some new tokens, for a new journey, like the video up, and let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon show.
Yo, who's angry that I'm late? What will make it up to you? Some money. What will make it up to you? Guys, if I get to 2,000 likes on the stream, I will be giving away some Sniper Club. I want to alert you guys as well. Sniper Club has a very good session happening later on today. It's around the AI agents, maybe a little bit of memes. We shall see. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that, remember to join Sniper Club. Link below in the description. Okay, to join club for that, to let you guys know. But ultimately, guys, it is time now to start playing around and start exploring within the space as well. This is where you're going to find your 20x, 50x, 100x gems, right? The goal here, though, is to play with way less money, okay, and basically look to grow that money to a larger point. And what's also important about that is a lot of these tokens are going to experience a lot of growth to the upside, and it's very important to have an exit plan within these tokens too. So me coming into 2025, it comes down very much to the strategy that I'm building and what I want to make in the space, right? What do I really want to do? So the big goal for this month is to understand this bigger portfolio, the one that I'm running with 800K now and these type of things. What is my exit plan, right? When am I going to start selling off? What am I going to start doing? And these next portfolios as well, it's very important. We're going to take these tokens, but when you double your money, you take your initial out and we start to go, and I actually give you levels and I start helping you to build a full strategy. If you got no strategy going into this bull, you're going to make a lot of money and you're probably going to hold all of it back to the ground again. The difference here is you want to go into these new exciting narratives and these new exciting bases. I like AI a little bit more than the memes just because it actually has something, right? It's not just a banana tape, tape on a wall, and that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Like that for me doesn't make any sense. But when it comes to the gaming and AI, I love using these new narratives to make money, but they are very terrible to hold. They are not good to hold through a bear market, right? These things need years. Narratives need years to gain trust, to gain these things to be strong for a long period of time. So when they're exciting and they're new, they're shiny, there is infinite opportunities to the upside. But to the downside, they're terrible, right? So it's so important to know that a lot of these here, I am so focused on making money this year, guys, and I think we should all be that. Until you are worth millions and millions of dollars, you should be focused on not falling in love with the token, more about making money and actually understanding that we're here. Once you're rich, then you care about what token you love and what do you want to tattoo on yourself and what do you want to wrap your car in and all those type of things, right? Until then, we are here to make money, and that's the goal here. And the difference, again, is portfolio sizing and how much money you put into this thing. So let's start off with who's excited, right? Before I jump in here. And get those likes up. I will give away 𝗧𝗧𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗧𝗕. Okay, get the likes up. I want to see likes fly up through the roof because we want exciting. New part of the year, let's go. Okay, and secondly, who's ready? Who's ready to go? Okay, let's go through Bitcoin for a second and let's see a couple of things, get a plan for the day and what's currently happening. The weekly is looking amazing on Bitcoin, by the way, guys. We are nearly retraced. What does that mean? The dump is nearly done, right, when it comes to Bitcoin. Now, firstly, you got to look at where Bitcoin stopped. If you look at Bitcoin stopping, you got to understand, you know this little tool that I use here, which is this Fibonacci tool, right? The Fibonacci tool is just something that shows you the momentum of the token, right? So the first thing you look at here is you look at a weekly chart. You know, this is data for the next 3 months, right? 6 months. How strong is Bitcoin moving? Where's it going to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months, right? That's where the weekly chart becomes very powerful. The next thing to understand is all tokens are in different sort of momentums, right? Some tokens are moving like this to the upside. Some tokens are moving like this to the upside. Okay, they're all moving different momentums. And what determines that, okay, is how strong they're to the upside, but how strong are they to the downside? How far are they retracing, right? If they're having short retraces like this thing is in a massive, massive, massive uptrend, right? Okay, and that's what these fibs help you with. They basically tell you that if your token was pumping from here and now it's pulling back, if it's holding this level over here, your token is currently looking like this on the high time frame, which is very bullish. It's actually very, very, very strong and nearly parabolic to a certain point, right? If your token is deep, it's basically pulling back a little bit deeper to 618. Then it's showing you your tokens like this, which is a strong momentum trend, but it's a little bit more medium, right? Not as aggressive. And the way it works with any of these specific tokens is they basically start off retracing deep, and then it gets quicker and quicker and quicker to the upside. So what does that mean? That basically means when your token starts, it starts off slowly and it has the deep retraces, and then it starts to speed up. And when it starts to speed up is when you're actually getting near the possible end or the topish area of where that token is going to actually start slowing down and getting ready to retrace. So Bitcoin at this point right now, okay, is firstly in a very strong trend. That is what Bitcoin looks like right now. Okay, on the weekly chart, not on the 4-hour chart, not on the short time frame chart. That's what Bitcoin is looking like. Okay, so for us to have a successful Q1 and Q2 is looking very high, and the probability is looking very high at this point too. Okay, now what's very important from here is to understand that the high break over here is where things get really interesting, right? This is where we really start to see the strong momentum. And what you could see here with Bitcoin is that was the push up, and we have now held this 382, which is indicating Bitcoin is currently in this type of trend. Okay, and this is what the next leg can definitely start to look like, if not even bigger. And what that does mean, however, is Bitcoin is going to get to the point in the next couple of weeks, next month or two, it's going to get to the overheated point, right? Where the Bitcoin high is going to get pretty close. Then it's going to slow down a little bit. Altcoin will go crazy. And then we're basically possibly done, you know, in the next couple of months, which may sound nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. You know, it's a big part for the next couple of weeks for us to stay focused, to be here every day, to have your damn coffee. And again, don't be Jimmy, don't get too drunk. Don't do these things. We've been through this, right? So what we're looking at over here now on Bitcoin is a break of the high. The big thing that's important here is it broke the 618 yesterday. That's a good sign for me. And I'll show you that on the short time frame now. The next thing now is I'm going to start looking at once Bitcoin breaks this high, you have a short squeeze. And what I start using now is a couple of the tools, right? And I want to show you guys these tools over here for a second, because it helps you guys a lot to understand. Look at that. Okay. So if you take your Fibonacci, whenever you've pulled back and you take a Fibonacci from here to here, you just go look at the last high to the low. It gives you these levels. There's 1.618 and 2.618, 3.618, right? It gives you these little levels. Look how Bitcoin stopped exactly on 2.618. Exactly, right? You can see it literally tagged that line perfectly. Okay, so in order to determine where's this coin going to go next, you always go look at the last data here. So you take a Fibonacci from here to here, and it will give you all the lines. You just double click on here, and you make sure you have these ones, 1.618, 2.618, and you can remove the rest, right? And you could see here that it's basically giving us our next trajectory or the next major targets that Bitcoin's going to, the next major areas we're looking to move to. And those zones are showing the 1.618 is 120K, and the next one is showing 135K. The last push we did, we went to 2.618. Which means that this 130, 135K is very likely where Bitcoin's going to start accelerating quickly to those major areas over there. And it's the same thing again when you look at the weekly. I explained this over here. I still think within this week, we are actually going to start making our way to the all-time highs on the altcoins. And I want to show you guys what this looks like, because we've just done a couple of the Fibonacci practices now. Okay, I want to show you what this actually looks like. If you take your Fibonacci, and this is my alt season predictions, right? Where I think that the altcoins are going to be going and how big the gains are. You take it from the entire cycle, from the high to the low of altcoins, and you could see where I see us going next, right? I see us that in this week, within this week and next week, we approach the all-time highs. Once we get through all-time highs, 1.618 is the first target, okay? Right now, we're sitting basically on $1 trillion market cap of altcoins. That's how much money is in altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and ETH, okay? And it's basically telling you that $600 billion is going to get pushed into altcoins. Okay, that's the first target. Now, the main thing to understand as well is the last cycle. Guys, and trust me why these little tools are so important for you to learn, okay? Because when things are in price discovery, you can't be the person just guessing. You need to have tools. You need to have things that are going to help you and understand. So if you go look at the last cycle, altcoins went to close to the 3.618, okay? Over here. So for me, what that means is when we went to 2.618 first, you saw that big rejection, right? When we went there second time, we went just above it, and that was the high. So 2.618 is a very big area where I think me personally will be 70% out of my altcoins when that happens, right? So what you look at now is you look at these areas here. You say, okay, there's the high, there's the low. Once we break the all-time high, 1.618 is the first area. This is why it's so vital and important for us, okay, to be in here before there, right? This is when retail, when people come flying into alts, where the whole world goes crazy about crypto, okay? Then you have the blow-off run. And this is a very crucial point for us to take some profits. And that's showing us at $2.5 trillion, okay? That's showing us that 1.5 trillion into altcoins. And by then, the market cycle, everyone is so damn frothy off of altcoins and so damn, they're selling houses, they're selling cars, they're borrowing money from everyone. That's where things are crazy. So it gives you an idea of what comes next once we break all-time highs on alts. Okay, so what you're seeing now is you are seeing a slow grind back to the top, right? But you don't even understand what's boiling under the pot, right? Or in the pot. You don't understand. The lid's on there. You don't even understand what comes next, right? What things start to accelerate very quickly. Okay, now again, guys, just to show you, I get yesterday what? 70,000 views on the show, right? Guys, last cycle, I was only in this market for 3 months, okay? And I was at 140,000 views. Okay, there was even points I was at 200,000 views, and I even went to 250,000 views. That was only my first ever time in YouTube for 6 months. Okay, no experience, no nothing. Where we at now? I've been through the whole thing. Now I'm sitting here, okay, with 70,000 views. You get a very good idea of the amount of eyeballs and numbers and people that start to fly in. The only way that that starts to happen is a massive acceleration within altcoins. Okay, so this is the important thing to understand where you're at. And Craig's been sitting as well with AI agents stuff like, we're very early when it comes to a couple of narratives. And that's the important thing to focus on today, right? I think we are all set. I have a yes in the chat or likes right now? This portfolio is set. We're in, right? I'm on 820K here. I'm in. I got my Solanas. I got my Doge. I got my this. That's great. I'm in on these now. What else can give me those massive gems? What else can give me that massive gains and things? And a couple of tokens that are in the red here that I'm still focusing on buying a little bit more of on this portfolio is a little bit more eth, okay, a little bit more AVAX, 𝗘𝗘𝗧 a little bit more. These are just a couple. If you've got some cash, these are a little bit more of the safer portfolio. DOT, a little bit more. VeChain, a little bit more. ThorChain, a little bit more. I think I've got enough ThorChain now. And Solana, a little bit more. There's a couple of the higher time frame or the more safer tokens that are in the billions. I think Solana's at 100 billion, all of these specific things, okay? So let's go through the plan quickly for today and what I see happening within today and tomorrow. And then we're going to start speaking about a couple of new tokens. So the first thing here that's important is to make sure that this was not a retracement within Bitcoin. Very important. Now, guys, remember, my shows are going to be very educational as we are going because you must understand everything. I want you to be multimillionaires without me. That is the ultimate goal. So in order to understand what has happened with Bitcoin, is Bitcoin had the dump off and now it's basically making its way here. And we got to make sure one thing, that this is not a trap. Remember how I spoke about the pump over here sometimes can be fake, right? In order to determine that, you got to know if this is a correction wave or a real wave. And the only way you know that is the 0.618. Because if we don't get past a certain level, there is nothing stopping the chart from going down another leg. Then coiling up and start getting it going again. That's what we got to be very careful of over here, right? It's not getting too hyped up here when there's actually a massive trap incoming at any single point. And the way you look at that is you look at an important level of the main 618. And this will show you if something is a correction, okay, or if it's actually a real pump. And I want to show you this over here. There's the 618. So if we don't get through this area, okay, and we don't really start moving through this area very quickly, we have to be concerned and I have to pay attention that this thing could still do this, okay? And then you either got a higher low or you have a lower low that's incoming over here. So today, we look at this now. Let's go to Bitcoin now and go look exactly where it stopped. So if we take the Fibonacci from the top all the way to the bottom, you could see the 618 is currently where we are sitting. This is why it's very important for me now that Bitcoin really starts to project, because where did I say? I said there's a short squeeze from 99,000 to 102,000. We did that short-term squeeze. It's very important over the next day or two now for the bulls to continue and to start rallying very quickly again. So what I'm looking at now in this play here is we have hit the big zone. Now, I'm not sad or upset that we are maybe short-term rejecting it. Okay, because end of the day, we actually broke a bit above the 0.618. And what that means for me is this wall now is no longer here. Okay, because remember, whenever you go to a certain area, there is a sell pressure wall here. There's a bunch of bears or things that are holding price at a certain level to keep control, right? If the red team holds us here, they have more control, right? If the green team break it, the green team have control now. It's a fight between the two teams. And you've had the red team come and win for a couple of weeks now. And now we're sitting at this big wall. But what's very important as well is if we go up and we pop our head through this wall, and sometimes we reject. And what that does is this is the trap, right? This is where make people think, you see, it's a trap, it's not real, these sort of things. But what you don't realize is that little push that happened through that wall actually broke the wall. And the next time price gets there, that wall is not there. I am not surprised that Bitcoin has rejected 102. Right? Because it's a big resistance. This is literally separating us from all-time highs again, right? So I'm not surprised that we rejected here. I'm very happy we broke it though. I'm very happy that we did pop our head and we went to 102,500, which means for me, the next time we approach up here now, that wall's not there, okay? And what that looks like on Bitcoin itself here is you can see the short squeeze. This is the last line of defense for the bears before Bitcoin can go parabolic. Okay, that's why it's currently going to fight at this level and why you're going to see a little bit of a halt within the market at this current level, right? But after this, there is not much resistance at all until back to the 108,000. Okay, and again, on the weekly, it's looking incredible. So what we are preparing for now is I do see a short-term rejection right now for a couple of hours. The same way I spoke yesterday. Yesterday, I said short-term rejection, okay, and the market started short-term and it's still pushing up, which means that rejection has not happened just yet. And that's what I think we're going to currently see right now. I'm looking at something like this, and then I'm looking at something like that, okay? And it's indicating that in the next 2 days or so, we should see the short squeeze, if not on the market open today, okay? So for me, it's important now. The main thing here is to hold support, and after that, break through that, and we start the major squeeze. So what that looks like here is you can see that the squeeze that yesterday we started to squeeze earlier, what I'm looking at now is I think Bitcoin can retrace to the $100,000 mark, the area that we broke through yesterday, okay? And from here, we start to make our way up and we start the short-term squeeze to the upside. The exciting thing about this is dominance, okay, is setting in a lower high at the moment, right? Which is really good. And I'm actually looking at dominance start this. So I think when Bitcoin breaks that 102, I think you're going to have a massive altcoin catch up. And if you go here to the total 3, you could see that the total 3 broke through the 618. Not only did it break through the 618, it doesn't really want to go much lower than it right now. So I don't think alts are going to pull back much more than what they have currently pulled back. If they do, I'm looking at them come down to the same supports of where we were yesterday. Okay, and that's in the areas around 2, 3, 4%. Right now, altcoins are starting to gain strength. Okay, and you could see here that the altcoin squeeze is basically from the 618 to the highs, which means the dump will be over. When that dump is over, it was up to you if you took advantage of that time or not, right? If you actually used that or not, that was your choice, right? So what you're looking at now is I see a small pullback in alts, not too much more. There is a scenario, okay, of a little shake, okay, but I don't think this lasts more than 24 to 48 hours, and I do think we start the major squeeze to the upside. So again, what that looks like on your altcoins is still this play over here. A little bit of downside, and then ETH starts to explode. Look at things like Solana, a little bit of downside. There's the play over there still from yesterday, and we start to explode, right? So any of these opportunities you get on these bigger tokens, I would seriously make sure that this portfolio, again, this is one of my trading portfolios, not my long-term. This is a trading portfolio. I'm here to make money. Make sure that this thing is set and ready, okay? And don't be afraid to have a lot of good quality in this one over here. This is more capital, okay, and good quality tokens at good levels, okay? If you go look at all of these tokens, I seriously think on the weekly here, Solana is looking good. It hasn't broken all-time highs. It hasn't done these things yet. This is when it starts to go parabolic and it starts to move, right? So again, pay attention today because your good quality tokens will possibly not be there in the next couple of days. I even see Cardano's starting to move. Look at Cardano. See what happens when you break 618, guys. See 618? Look what happens. You start squeezing. And look how quickly price starts to move very quickly. So Solana right now is still under 618. Injective is still under 618. Near Protocol is still under 618. Okay, so it's your choice now if you're going to add and build these. And again, this is the safer part of the portfolio. So let's go through a couple of them quickly and just show you guys. Near Protocol, 5.65, 5.65, 5.46, 5.65. Tongue twister. Okay, there is your zones for near. All of them for me are retests. They are higher lows here. This is a higher low, and the squeeze happens. Okay, so if you look again at near, let me just show you guys here. Okay, where did price stop? 618, baby. The next time it goes to 618 and it breaks through, short squeeze. That is a short squeeze that looks up to 20 to 25%. This is what sets you. Again, these entries will change if you're looking for a 5x and a 3x. Okay, if price goes here and people start buying, they will get the 3x entries. If you get in them here, you're getting the 5x entries. That's the difference, right? Between you paying attention right now versus those who are coming a little bit later, or 20, 30, 40% later than where you are coming. Okay, so here is Near Protocol. Thorchain still very cheap. The Doge is not pulling back much at all. But if there is the pull, but you see how Doge is still under 618. Okay, so these are the longer term plays on these ones that you're looking at here. There's the injective. Obviously, Cardano's pumping. Keep an eye on AVAX. AVAX coming in for a retest. Theta as well. XTZ, all of these great. Okay, now the next part, guys, that I'm looking at over here. First thing that I do want to show you guys, I want to remind you, if you want to open up an exchange, here's a good one, CoinW, working with their team, love them to bits. Okay, they have a very good special. If you use my link below in the description right now, right, and you sign up with CoinW, okay, the first thing is, just by signing up, you get $50. By putting $100, depositing $100, you get another $100 as a bonus and 10% discount code for Sniper Club for a month, right? Step 3 is if you take your first trade, okay, on futures or spot, you get $200. Guys, there's $350 here for Mahala. Mahala is what we say in South Africa for nothing, right? Over here. So CoinW, link below in the description. Okay, let's jump through a couple of newer tokens. So first thing here, guys, these tokens, okay, I have within my team, I have a lot of people that are looking at the best within the space, right? All of these tokens are a newer narrative. Some of them are larger market caps. Some have hundreds of millions. They're the more blue chip ones when it comes to the actual space, okay? And some of them are a little bit smaller market cap. And the tokens that I'm building now, I'm building it in a Maxi account, right? And what I'm doing now is I have 800,000. I want to show you guys this over here. I have 800,000 sitting in this account here. And again, that's the safer place. Now, what I'm looking at now is I go to my Maxi account over here, okay, and I'm playing with $50,000 in this account. Okay, so I've only started deploying 40% of the capital today. Okay, and these are the tokens that I have deployed them into. And I'll show you the charts now in a second, and I'll show you the market caps on them as well. Now, this again is very important. Okay, who the fuck is Ron? Oh, that's what Michael Saylor called Ran the man. What did he say? Let me finish, Ron. That was very good, actually. Okay, so what I'm doing now, guys, my goal is actually to get this account the same size as the other account. That's what I'm doing, right? But I'm taking 5% of my trading portfolio, 5% size, and I'm trading a little bit more in the new narrative space. Okay, so I'm starting to build in. It's going to take between today and tomorrow to get all of the tokens within. And then I'm going to show you that as they double, I'm going to take my initial capital out. And as they double, I'm going to take out and take out. And I'm using this to cash. And to be honest, for me personally, buying Bitcoin with this cash. That's what I'm doing. I'm using to make me free Bitcoin. Lagging.
Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah, yeah. Smash those likes, give it some love. Smash those likes, yeah. What's up? Here comes our super sniper Sheldon. What's up? We love our crypto sniper Sheldon. Super sniper Sheldon. Crypto sniper Sheldon. This is our Sheldon. Oh, this is our Sheldon. Smash those likes. Yes.
C'est la première fois que le président de la République se déplace en Polynésie française. Emmanuel Macron est arrivé ce dimanche matin pour une visite.
I'm learning a lot about myself, like Sheldon said, really, man. But thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I think this is the best. I've been to different kind of I've joined different kind of group before, but I've cancelled all of that, and I feel like this is the best people that they're working on my own interest, because I feel like when I'm here, I'm getting value. It's either I do the work, I don't do the work, and if I do the work, I get the benefit. It's just when I don't do the work or stay away for a long time from the group, that's when I feel like I'm lost a little bit. But anytime I come back, I feel like I'm getting more than what I'm actually paying for, really, and I really appreciate that, guys.
Yo guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Just let me know if you can hear. Computer just crashed. I'm gonna have to update the stream tomorrow. Please be here tomorrow. Cyber Club, I have sent you guys all the tokens. Computer has crashed. Love you guys lots. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.